my first deal I did about 2.5 weeks ago. I did for 182.5, and I did a PML for 3 months.
You're loaning $182,500 for 3 months. How much money will you make on that?
$58,000.
You're joking me.
Is there an age limit for success? A point in your life where you should just hang up the towel, stop trying, and just go, you know what? This wasn't for me. Whether it's real estate, whether it's lending money, whether it's just helping people do wholesale deals and JVing and doing all this stuff, whatever it is there a point where you just go, enough is enough? I'm too old. I can't make this happen. Well, the person I'm about to introduce you to doesn't know any limitations. She's well past the twilight or the prime of her life, and she is raking in money. In fact, the last 90 days, she's made about $171,000 part-time. I cannot wait for you to listen to this interview. You will be introduced to Elvira Rodrigues, who has experience as an agent and as a loan officer. So she has a little bit of a leg up compared to most people, but she uses the Gator strategy to get inserted in other people's deal. In her first deal, she made $58,000. Enjoy the video.
I've been in real estate for 23 years. Since 1999, I started as a real estate agent. 2001, I started on mortgage as a mortgage broker, and I've been on a mortgage since then. And been watching your videos and all that, and I'm always trying to invest and so what can I do better, how can I get better and so forth. So that's how it came about, and I signed up for Gator. I think it was the last Sunday of August.
Oh, so just recently?
Yeah, just recently I did that, and then it's easier for me to understand the earnest money and all that. So I've been doing the training, but as I work on the mortgage full time, and I have a team on the mortgage, but I'm the main, person doing everything because I speak Portuguese and Spanish. So I have a very different clientele that needs hold their hands. So I'm always busy with that. But I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, see how I can improve, because it's not that I just want to quit mortgage. It's not that. It's just that I need to have a little bit more freedom. And I think I can reach that by doing Gator, and, eventually Subto is what I want to sign up, as well. But on the Gator, I just signed up in August, the last Sunday. And then my first deal I did about 2.5 weeks ago. And I was not expecting to do that, the whole thing, like I did for 182.5, and I did a PML for 3 months.
Wow. Okay. So you're doing Gator strategy number 5, which is private money lending on a deal with a significant return. So yeah. Gator 1.0 is short-term, smaller chunks of money, short time frames with a good return. Gator 5 is basically doing private money where you're getting significant returns. So you're loaning $182,500 for 3 months. How much money will you make on that?
$58,000.
You're joking me.
Yeah, 58. And then
58,000.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, hold on a second. Let's look at this. Hold on.
I think it's 31 point something percent.
I got to do the math. I got to verify this math. This is too freaking good to be true. 182,500. Yeah, 31%.
Yeah.
But hold on. Here's the funny thing is that's only 3 months. So if you actually multiplied that and you did that same thing 4 times in 12 months,
yep,
you'd make 127% return on your money in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But let me tell you the third one that I'm doing, supposedly funding Sunday.
Okay.
Hope everything goes well. It's $239,000 for 30 days at the 40%.
Hold on. Your first deal you got within, let's see, probably 30 days of being inside a Gator. You've got a deal that's going to make you 58 grand. Then your second deal, what are you doing? What's that deal?
That was something that a colleague of mine that works on the same bank that I work. He actually said, I am on this group and they just closed the deal, was supposed to fund, and the deal went bad last minute. They need $28,000 for 10 days. I said, how much they are paying? And he said, $2,500. And I just said yes. And I know that I could have gotten more for that, but that's okay. I'm learning still, you know. So it's 28,000 for 10 days, which I should receive next on the 23rd.
Okay, so you're making $2,500 for lending $28,000 for 10 days. So let's do the math on that. So you've got $2,500 divided by $28,000 equals basically a 9% return.
Mm-hmm.
If I multiply that by 52, I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, that's like a 450% return if you just did that every 10 days. I mean, I love that. I mean, yes, could you have gotten more money? I'm sure you could have, right?
Could have, yeah.
Do you feel like after you committed to the deal, you were like, dang it, I should have asked for like $5,000?
Yes. And I'm sure he was just, you know, the person that introduced it to me. He said, hey, we need this ASAP. Are you able to do it? And I said, okay, what is the amount and how much and, you know, the return? And he said, 28,000 for $2,500 return for 10 days. I said, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And I have another deal coming up with him that he's giving me. I need to do 65 for a return of 15%.
Wow.
Yeah, 15% for 30.
15% or 15,000?
15,000.
Okay, so you've got
for 3 months. So about 5 months, 5,000 a month.
Got it. So you've got you're going to make a $15,000 return, and you gave him 65,000, which is a 23% return.
Yeah, I haven't given it yet. It's supposed to also come next week. So next week I should be funding 2 deals, right? One that the lawyers already prepared all the paperwork, and I was supposed to fund it last Tuesday or Wednesday, but then I said, I'm not sending any money until I see all the paperwork correctly and signed by everybody. So, and that is a 239,000 for 30 days, 40% return.
What?
Yeah, that is.
Hold on. That's deal number 3.
That's deal number 3 that I'm funding on Monday.
Okay, hold on. All right. So I got to write this down because this is too freaking good to be true. This is awesome. So your third deal is $239,000. What I love about you, Elvira, you have the experience of a real estate agent and a mortgage loan originator, which allows you to understand earnest money, understand paperwork, understand that you don't wire money to people, you wire money to title companies and closing attorneys only.
Yeah.
You also have gone through my Gator training and you've taken the right paperwork. You're using the right paperwork. You're vetting the deal. You're looking at the people that you're lending this money to. And what I like is you actually are not doing Gator 1 or 2 or 3 strategy. You're jumping right into Gator 4, 5, and 6.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. You're jumping right into Gator 4, 5, and 6, which I think is appropriate for somebody who has as much experience as you, right? Other Gators will come into the Gator community. I tell them to start with Gator 0 so they can get the, experience that you have. Then jump to Gator 1, 2, and 3. Understand how money works using somebody else's money. Then when you start making a lot, you can start doing Gator 5, 6, and 7 using your own capital because you've accumulated so much. But you kind of skipped a lot of steps because you did those steps in 1999 and 2000 and 2001 and all the years since then. You've done all those steps essentially. So your first deal is 58,000 with a 31% return or 127% return on an annual basis. Your second deal is $28,000 return. $28,000 loaned for 10 days. You're making $2,500, knowing you could have made some more, but you let them, negotiate with you, and you learned your lesson. You probably could have asked for 5.
Yeah.
Then your third deal, which you haven't funded yet, looks like you're going to be funding that this coming
Monday.
week. You're going to be funding $239,000 first lien position, and you're looking for a 30-day. In 30 days, you're going to get a return of $95,600.
Yes.
What is your borrower doing with the property that he can afford to pay you that kind of money? Is he refinancing? What's he doing?
No, he's gonna do a refinance, yes, but they are buying it because it needs a lot of repairs. It's actually a property that is worth a lot of, couple millions, and but the thing on this one, they wanted me to fund last week, and like I said, I was waiting for all the paperwork, and then they sent me a wire instruction that I thought, okay, this wire instruction is a little bit iffy because it's not complete. So I called title company and I said, hey, what's going on with this? And said, well, we haven't received the earnest money from the buyer yet. I said, okay, so I'm not sending anything to you guys until I have all the paperwork done. But we have a TC. I love her. She was the one that did my first deal, the 182. And she's also on the third one. And I've been communicating with her all the time. And I said, as you know, I really need to have all the paperwork before I send any money. But here's the thing. I also didn't have all the money. So I wrestled with some of the funds.
From other Gators?
From family members.
Okay, from family members.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did start with Gator 0. Gator 0 is basically saying, I don't have the money. Let me wrestle other people's money together.
Just on this third one. Yeah.
Just on the third one. Yeah, it's a significant chunk of money. So you used other people's money, and you're going to get a 40% return on a 30-day basis, which is phenomenal, because if you look at that on an annual basis, that's 480% yearly return. That's ridiculous. What are you going to do with all this freaking money?
Let me tell you how I don't have all the cash. So I have home equity line of credit in 2 houses. So I use my funds from my home equity. Of course, I do have an interest rate on my line, but even paying the interest rate on the HELOC or the all-in-one loan, I'm still having a pretty good, rate of return on it.
Wow. Elvira, what city do you live in?
I'm in Carrollton, Texas, DFW area.
I love DFW. Oh my gosh. We got to hang out. With all this money you're making, you got to take me to dinner.
Yes, I'll do it.
Okay, good. Okay, so that's your third deal that's coming up this coming week. You've got a fourth deal. It looks like your fourth deal you're going to be doing is $65,000 loan. Are you also wrestling that money from other people?
No, I should have the money by then. Because though I work a way out on the HELOCs, like with my lines, I use it as a primary account. So everything I make, we have 13 rentals as well, one being Airbnb, the other ones being long-term. So we receive, every month money, and everything that we get from my income, my husband's income, and all the rentals and all this, we tuck it inside the line again, so we can free up more money that we can use it again and again.
Okay, so this fourth deal, you're going to loan $65,000 off of a line of credit. By the way, this is what I actually teach inside of Gator. You are doing all the strategies of Gator. You're just a little bit more advanced, which is awesome. Like people that come into Gator, I tell them, let's go build your lines of credit. Let's go get your not home equity line, but let's go get lines of credit at institutions, and let's build that up so you can start using your own capital. But you are Gator wrestling. You are using other people's money. You're freaking genius.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm actually, I already applied this already in process to get another line of 250 on another investment property I have, because on those properties, we have 6 houses paid off. So I'm trying to get, more lines on those so I can do more Gator stuff on that, more lending. I did, speak with PCR, right? Yeah.
PCS.
PCS. And then, but he said, you to advance, we also, because I already had a LLC and a S Corp and all that. And then, but he said, build some credit on the business and get some lines of credit there. So that's what I'm trying. And I did get one credit card, but it was too little, it was $8,000. So I said, it's okay, come over, $8,000, still can make something with that. But I still wanted to build a good credit score on the business name and see if I can get a big line of credit.
Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so you wrote me an email. I'm going to go through it real quick. So so you've got 4 deals in the work. 1 you've already funded, 2 you've funded, 3 will be funding next week, and 4 will be funding the next week as well. You want to open up another line of credit for $200,000 to continue invest and fund more as a Gator. Do you find that you could fund a deal every week if you had enough money?
Yes, I can.
Okay, got it. And then number 6, you say, I want to buy Subtos to Airbnb. I have one Airbnb I started in June and has been a blessing. So have you started connecting with the Subto communities in the DFW?
I have been on the Facebook. I actually met with some people, but I think they are Gators. I did have a lot of Zoom meetings with Subto students. I want to have a meeting with Jake Villaret and some others that I have, that I have already. I met personally with, the other branch manager that is also on Subto. And that was very good to have somebody that I know inside my own company that I work, that I, was doing this. He even said, oh, wow, that is so crazy. We didn't even know that we are each other on the program. But so yes, I want to connect more with them. So I wanted to make sure that I can connect more. The thing
Can I
right
tell you
now,
who to connect with? Connect with Dawn Walker and Carolyn and Myron Briley in DFW. They have a meetup every month with Sub 2 students, and they will find you a Sub 2 deal so you don't have to find it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just keep lending, and people will bring you Sub 2 deals. Go connect with the Sub 2 community and start going to the Sub 2 community. The thing with Gator is we haven't started doing meetups yet with Gator. We need to start doing them. Mm-hmm. And my plan is to start having Gators do meetups with the Sub 2 community so that the Gators are giving Sub 2 students money and the Sub 2 students are giving Gator deals, so that there's a collaboration between the two parties.
I want to build something that I can have a little bit more flexibility. If I want to go out on a vacation, I can take a vacation, not have to answer my phone or something. I don't know, because now
you tried other things, right? Like you tried e-com, you tried Amazon crap, you tried all these other things. Gator, you joined just couple months ago, right? So you're not even in Gator. You haven't even been in for a quarter of a year, which is awesome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you've been in for less than 3 months. You're going to make 58 grand. Okay. You're going to make 2,500. Let's do the math on this, because it literally what you've been doing, you haven't even worked that much. It seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, you've definitely worked a lot to learn the strategy and start applying it and building relationships, and you found the deals and all of that stuff. But let's just look at your return. And then you've got 15 grand. Okay, cool. So you've got in your first quarter of doing Gator, brand new, you've never done anything like this before, you're going to make $171,100 on your deals you found in your first quarter.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Now, guys, I want to cut in here for just a second and tell you that this is not typical, right? Elvira has a lot of experience. She understands real estate terms. She has a cutting edge. I would tell you that most people in Gator are not going to go in and make $171,000 in their first 90 days. However, there are a lot of people in the community of Gator that can help you get into those deals, and you might be able to make half of that by splitting that with those people. So if you guys want to get into the Gator community, we have a live training that comes up every week. Click the link down in the description down below to join that live training.
And you came from Brazil. You're going to be a grandmother. Your husband has had a stroke, so you're taking care of the house. You're taking care of him. Elvira, my question is, why not just do the same thing you're doing right now, just with the same amount of time? If you make $150,000 a quarter and you do that 4 times a year, that's $600,000 a year. Do you need to make more money than that?
No. My goal is actually to retire from the mortgage. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people are not going to agree with that, but I really need some more time to also enjoy my kids, because I haven't enjoyed my kids. I got to this country 33 years ago. I didn't know a word of English. So I'm still learning, right? English and Spanish. I speak Spanish fluently, Portuguese and English, but I always say that I'm still learning, because you always learn something. But I've always worked, all the time during all the pregnancies. I didn't enjoy much of the kids. My husband went to South Africa this year, and Spain and Portugal with my kids, and I stayed behind because of work, so I wanted to have the flexibility of have a little more time. And a lot of people may say, well, why leave mortgage when you're doing so well? Yes, but it cost me a lot. It cost me a lot in terms of my own time, or my own self. It's not that I'm going to quit tomorrow. It's not that, but I need to transition, which I think I can do even faster than what I was thinking with the Gator or Sub 2,
You will definitely do it a lot faster. I mean, just look at what you've already done in less than 3 months. Mm-hmm. What I love about you is you're just addicted to taking action, and other people will learn these strategies and they won't ever apply anything. You are somebody who applies things, and you're a doer. And I'm super proud of you. I'm super impressed by you. If I gave you $1 million, Elvira, and you could go out and do more Gator loans and get involved in more Gator loans, let's say I got you a line of credit for $1 million. Where would you spend more time finding more deals? Inside of Gator, maybe inside my free Facebook group, inside of Sub 2, at local real estate meetups, calling title companies? Where would you go get more Gator deals?
I'll do everything because I do networks all the time anyway, being a loan officer. I reach out to realtors and I sit down one-on-one with them, or I teach a class. I used to teach a class on how to hire a virtual assistant to grow your real estate business. I haven't done it in a while because we did not need anymore after COVID. But, next week I have a meetup that I'm sponsoring, bringing somebody to talk about MTRs, so she's coming from Houston, and we are doing all this, and I would like to do more meetups and go to the meetups, because I haven't had time to go to any of the meetups yet. To tell the truth, honestly, I haven't been able to finish all the training on Gator yet because I was doing like at 11 o'clock, after dinner, after homework and all that from kids. And then I would sit down and go watch something, of the videos, and did that, But thank God, yes, I do know, majority of the main stuff, earnest money, title company, and, the deals. I do a lot. I save a lot of deals on the mortgage because I deal with tough loans, right? But yes, if I have the funds and I can go and leave everything else, I'll turn that million in another million, hopefully within a year, who knows, even more, right? But
Yeah.
I need to have
I think
time
even more.
devoted to it 100%.
I think so, but also you're really smart. Like, you didn't feel like you needed to go watch all the training because what you've done is you've leveraged people in the community, like transaction coordinators that know how to do the paperwork properly and stay on top of it. So you don't have to go and learn every little part of the business. You're doing the thing, Elvira. This is amazing. I'm impressed by you. How can people do more with you? Let's say that I'm somebody that's watching this on YouTube in the future, or maybe I send somebody an email and I go, "Oh my gosh, look at Elvira. Elvira, like Velveeta, she just made $171,000 in less than 90 days of being inside of Gator. She will do deals with you. She has money. She has access to resources." How can somebody get a hold of you?
My Instagram is at Elvira Loans, and I do have videos that I make over there. And I actually have videos that I created for, how to retire by the age of 60. If you buy 10 properties by the age of 30, you can actually retire with, a great income just in rentals, because those properties are going to be paid off already by then, by the age of 60. And that's much better than to have 401k or anything else, right? And I love the fact that, yes, rentals is harder sometimes because it does bring in some, something breaks, you need to go and fix. But I mean, that's also, the cost of doing business. So, but also if you have those houses paid off, you can make more money and you can retire, have more income that you don't have to be stressing out with Social Security income or 401k income that is not going to give you much. In reality, last year I took money out of a 401k to pay off one house because I said I had already lost about 40,000 just in 1 month on the stocks. And I said, I'm just going to take the money, pay off one house, because if I have the house paid off, that house is going to give me 3,000 a month. It's going to give me more than what I'm taking off of 401k. That's how I'm thinking always. And I think people think that I'm addicted, but that's how I feel, every time I have to be thinking about something. And I brought somebody to the TC too. She is my processor for the past 20 years on the mortgage. She's my sister-in-law, but I told her, hey girl, you are a great person, paperwork. I mean, she's like a checklist. I mean, she is awesome. Whatever loan I have, she process. I don't have to worry about it because I know I'm safe.
Hey guys, so Elvira is sitting here talking about her transaction coordinator. I want to highlight something that's so important. I will never do a real estate transaction without a transaction coordinator. And I can see the movement in the industry. Most people are doing the same thing. It's crazy because the difference between having a transaction coordinator and not having a transaction coordinator is literally 3 times more successful on your deals. And I'll tell you how I know this. As somebody who owns a title company, we'll see a wholesaler without a transaction coordinator open up 10 files with us and only 3 of them close. When you have a wholesaler who opens up 10 files with a transaction coordinator, 7 of them close. So it's literally 250% more likely for a deal to close because you have a transaction coordinator. If you guys are trying to learn this business, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom looking for some income. Maybe you're somebody who is going through a midlife crisis and saying, man, I've got kids, I've got a husband, I've got all these things. I want to learn how to make money, but I don't want to cold call and do all the hard things that I watch people do to get into business. Well, maybe becoming a top tier TC is for you. So we'll have a link in the description down below to learn from Molly Tennant, my head of operations, teaching you how to become a transaction coordinator so you can be praised by your clients, just like Elvira is doing right now to a top tier TC in this video.
She just finished her training. She got her LLC. She registered everything. She's ready to go.
How much does she love Molly in that training over there?
She loves it. And she said, oh man, I didn't know that we could do so much of this. I said, well, yes. And part of the money for the funds, she actually has a line of credit because I told her how to use her HELOC, her equity on her house, to pay off debts faster and free up more money and invest in real estate. So she did that a couple of years ago, and she had the line, and I said, how much do you have that you can lend to me? And I'll give you the same amount that they're giving me, so she could also make some money on it, right?
Yes,
So
I love that. I love that you're bringing her involved. That's so cool.
Yeah, she's very, very good, very, very smart. So, and she's used to also be, talking to title company, looking at paperwork and everything, for the mortgage. So
She's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion for you. And what's your sister-in-law's name?
Mandy Carneiro.
Okay, Mandy.
Mandy Carneiro.
Okay.
Carneiro.
I have a suggestion for you. I would email Jade at pacemorby.com. Jade is my transaction coordinator for Gator. Okay. And I would love for Mandy and for you to be more recognized in the community. And I'd love for you to just send an email to Jade and go, hey, I just did an interview with Pace. Copy Mandy too, and just say, Pace said that we could use you as a resource and tell you when we close deals, because every time you close a deal, Elvira, I'd like to highlight you because you're somebody that follows instructions. You're somebody that you're cautious because you understand how, there's scammers out there. So you say, look, if I can't verify the wiring information, I'm not sending it. If there's not a title company, I'm not sending it. I'm not doing it without paperwork. So I want to make sure that I highlight you and your example in the Gator community. And I'd like to highlight Mandy too, so that you and her can get more business and collaborate with more and more people. Does that sound okay?
Yes, definitely. I actually, whenever I received some of the stuff, I said, can you please just read for me, help me read? Because I don't have much time to read. She's very detailed. So I said, can you help me read all this and make sure that, all T's and cross all I's? And she said, oh, he's misspelled his name here and there and there. I said, okay, I didn't even look at that, But yeah. Anyway, so it is, it's fun. Let's go.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so so grateful for the new relationship I have with you two. This is awesome. What a fun interview. I mean, I didn't even have to do an intro to you. We just started talking. This was like a regular, natural conversation. I'd like to do a couple interviews with you every year. So here's your homework from me to you. Okay. When you close these transactions, shoot me a text and go, I closed. And then I want to do a follow-up interview with you. Okay.
Okay.
You're amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm typing. Okay.
No, you're perfectly fine.